Hello drama lovers, welcome back to the K-Pop World Channel. Today, we're diving into a story that changed the rhythm of thousands of fans' heartbeats around the world. A story not written in a drama script, but unfolding in real life. Quietly, without announcements, without words. But perhaps because of that, the surprise cuts deeper and the emotions feel even more touching. It all began on a seemingly ordinary morning. Beijing International Airport wasn't yet crowded, but small steps of fans had already filled strategic points near the arrival gate. They weren't there without reason. Days before, Wang Yibo had attended Paris Fashion Week, and as usual, he returned without much publicity. No official schedule released, but fans knew. They always know. With cameras ready in hand, they waited. Some fought off sleepiness. Others busied themselves arranging banners and light sticks. One name filled the air that morning, Wang Yibo, and everyone there wanted just one thing, to welcome their idol home from the fashion capital of the world. But none of them knew that morning would become history. The plane landed. The main arrival gate began to open. An airport staff gave the signal that passengers from Paris had arrived. The fans got ready. Some raised their cameras. The atmosphere grew tense. But just before Wang Yibo appeared, a figure moved quickly through the airport hallway. Silent, head down, wearing a black hoodie and a mask. Someone recognized him first, but because his presence was too unbelievable, some still doubted. Until one camera managed to catch his eyes. Eyes that are hard to forget for anyone who's ever watched The Untamed. It was Zhan. No announcement, no flashy bodyguards, no sign that his presence was planned. But in reality, he stood there, near the arrival gate, staring at the still closed door. His hand held his phone, but he wasn't actively typing, as if waiting for something or someone. And a moment later, that someone appeared. Wang Yibo walked out, greeted by soft cheers from the fans. Wearing a black jacket and large sunglasses. His gaze was calm, but a hint of nervousness peeked through his expression. He stopped briefly. His gaze scanned the crowd, and finally locked eyes with Zhan. There was no hug, no loud greeting, but their bodies moved slowly, then walked side by side, as if their steps had been rehearsed long ago. As if that moment wasn't a surprise, but part of a quiet routine only the two of them understood. The atmosphere suddenly fell silent. Fans could only record. None dared to shout name, because the mood was too personal, too honest, too emotional to be interrupted with noise. That video went viral within minutes. Someone posted it on Weibo with the caption, "If this is a dream, don't wake me up." The hashtag Zhan picks up Uba instantly trended, soaring uncontrollably. Thousands of comments poured in. Some were shocked. Some cried. Others could only stay silent, too confused to say anything. One comment with thousands of likes read, "They didn't have to speak." Zhan's presence alone was loud enough to explain everything. Meanwhile, hardcore fans began dissecting every small detail of that event. They realized the black hoodie Zhan wore had once been seen on Wang Yibo backstage in 2022, and at that moment, old theories began to resurface. All this time, their relationship has always been a mystery. Since The Untamed became a massive success, the public knew their chemistry wasn't just acting, but they chose silence, never confirming, never denying. And because of that silence, the public's curiosity kept growing. That airport morning became a kind of silent validation, a real-life fragment that felt like a scene from a drama, but couldn't be retaken or edited. It was the only take. No professional cameras, no script, just the two of them and thousands of hearts watching with erratic pulses. Their agencies chose silence. No clarification, no denial. Even their closest staff refused to comment, as if all parties agreed. That moment was too personal to be explained with promotional words or press releases. But the public couldn't remain silent. They began piecing things together, rewatching old videos, aligning this moment with past interactions, matching the items they wore, even analyzing the lyrics of the songs they separately performed. And beneath all the speculation, a feeling quietly grew. Hope. Not just the hope that they were together romantically, but hoped that in a world filled with pretenses and image-making, a relationship could still quietly grow without needing to be announced, without needing proof, yet still feeling real. Wang Yibo returned from Paris. That's a normal headline. But Zhan, who came quietly to the airport, waited in the cold morning, welcomed him without words, and walked with him toward the parking lot. That is a story no one will ever forget. No one knows where they went afterward. There are no photos of them together in the car. No witness could detail what happened next. What's left is a 48-second video, now watched by millions. And from that video, the world saw something different. Sometimes, love doesn't scream. It doesn't appear in the form of a big hug or a kiss in front of the camera. It shows up in presence, in a quiet step toward the arrival gate, in a gaze that cannot be denied, and in someone who comes quietly just to make sure that person isn't alone when returning home. That's what Zhan did that morning. And now, all eyes are on them. Not to seek clarification, not to force answers, but to wait for the continuation of a story that may or may not ever be explained. Because not every story needs a clear ending. Sometimes, a moment is enough to change everything. Hello, drama lovers. After witnessing this story, what do you think? Was it just a moment of friendly gesture? Or is there a deeper meaning hidden behind their glances? Write your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next part of their story. Because in a world full of noise, sometimes silence is the most honest thing. See you in the next story.